Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am your host, Tom Downey. Let's hand out some grades from somehow a win. I don't know how they did it, but the Cowboys pulled it out. A 40-39 win over the Atlanta Falcons. Greg Zuerlein hits the game-winning field goal after getting the onside kick with like a minute 40 left to somehow lead the Cowboys past the Atlanta Falcons 40-39. The Falcons led 20-0 after the first quarter. The Cowboys trailed for 2 scores or more for most of the game, and somehow the Cowboys won. So give me your one-word reaction to the Cowboys' 40-39 win against the Falcons. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I think luck's a good one, unreal is a good one, but I want to hear your thoughts here on the show. Let's hand out grades then. We'll begin with the offense. I'm going to give them a B+. I almost gave them an A. The reason I didn't is fumbles. You can't fumble the ball 5 times in the first half and quarter. That's not okay. Now, the end result, it worked out. But you got lucky with a big-time special teams play. 40 points, Team 40 Burger lives, 570 yards. The turnovers killed you. Dak Prescott stepped up. I didn't like some of the game plan. We'll talk about that. But overall, the offense had a good day. The defense, meanwhile, well, they weren't as good. I'm going to give them a D. You should not be allowing 39 points. Now, the defense the first couple drives actually stood pretty strong. But then the turnovers mounted up. And I think most importantly, 2 key things. If this Cowboys team is going to win games that aren't going to all put us into cardiac arrest like they just did, they're going to have to find a way to A, either take the ball away, or B, get off the field on 3rd down. Atlanta, by the way, was also 2 of 2 on 4th down tries. Those drives were extended, and they killed the Cowboys. Julio Jones, he was pretty quiet. Matt Ryan, nice day. Calvin Ridley, even better. The Cowboys simply did not have success stopping Calvin Ridley or Russell Gage, and frankly, this might be a different story of an outcome had Russell Gage actually completed the pass to Julio Jones, because that one was dropped. That should have been a touchdown. So the defense, I was not happy about that one. Special teams, a tale of 2 sides in this one. I'm going to give them a C. Again, these are off-the-cuff reactions. The game-winning field goal, Greg Zuerlein, we'll grade him. He gets a much higher grade. Going forward with the 2 fake punts, hated it. Those were Fs. The return game didn't have much going. Greg Zuerlein, though, who isn't just the special teams, there's more to it than that. He was awesome. We will get to him, I promise you. So special teams, in the end, they came up clutch when it matters, so I guess you can say C for clutch if you want. The offense is the reason you won this game. Zuerlein stepping up was absolutely essential for the Dallas Cowboys. They needed that one as they survive against the Atlanta Falcons in absolutely thrilling fashion. Now, the Cowboys did not cover, so they won, but they did not cover the bet. So if you signed up with BETUS and you bet money on the Cowboys to cover before the game, go hit me up on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. I got a lot of money to pay out, okay? But I feel much better that the Cowboys actually won the damn game. So I do feel better. Remember, that's only for new users. You have to have proof of your bet slip from earlier before the game started. Hit me up on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. Let's go to Mike McCarthy now, because I was very disappointed by him. I did not think that he, and Kellen Moore too, had a good game plan. I don't think they put together a good philosophy, a good setup. I thought they were poor in this game. I don't think they played well. I'm going to give him a C. Average at best. I think that might be being generous for Mike McCarthy here. The Cowboys were trash to start the game. And if we are being honest here, they are lucky that they came back and won. Now, that's okay. Luck is a thing in the NFL. The Cowboys didn't have much of it last year. They had some this year. But there were several questionable decisions out of Mike McCarthy. The 2 fake punts, why are you taking the ball out of your quarterback's hands, who was awesome, by the way, in this game? We'll get to him here in a little bit. I don't mind going for that 2-point try on the first opportunity. You want to know if you need the onside kick or not. I don't have an issue with that. The speed option toss play, I don't know. Didn't like that one at all. So McCarthy and Moore, I am at least mildly concerned about. I am not convinced at this point that Mike McCarthy is the right guy. I'm not convinced that's the case right now for the Dallas Cowboys. So get your votes in. Y for yes or N for no if you believe that Mike McCarthy is the right guy for this team. It's still early. I'm not going to panic yet, but it is some concern that I think we saw out of Mike McCarthy in terms of the philosophy and the game plan. And this is mostly Kellen Moore, too, sticking with that first down run. Go to Greg Zuerlein now. I promised you we'd get to him. He gets an A, baby, if not A+++. You nail the onside kick. Also, shout out C.J. Goodwin for being in the perfect spot to get that. I cannot believe it actually worked. And then he drills the game-winning field goal. Now, I'll be honest, I hated settling for it. 46 yards was nerve-wracking as hell. But he drilled it dead center. Missed the one last week. Redeems himself with the game winner. Hats off to Greg Zuerlein. No more Brett Maher drama. Who Needs Dan Bailey is officially back here at the Cowboys Report. Let's go to another player. The MVP of this game, bar none, Dak Prescott. He had the early fumble because the offensive line just looked out of sorts to begin the game. After that, you can't ask for a better performance out of your quarterback. Absolutely A++ across the board for Dak. He was incredible. He is the reason, let's just say one of the main reasons you won the game. Incredible effort out of Dak. 34 of 47, 450 yards, the touchdown. And oh, by the way, Dak Prescott chipped in 18 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. He was awesome. I was mad at the Cowboys for taking it out of his hands on the 2-point try and taking it out of his hands on the fake punt. You have a great quarterback. Let him cook. Dak gets an A. 10 a.m. Beer says Dak F. Man, you're a fucking hater. Like, there's how can you say, oh, Dak gets an F? Like, what game are we watching to think that Dak Prescott wasn't awesome in this game? Dak's the reason you won. He carried that offense. 2 backup offensive tackles, and Dak and the offense put up 40 points. I mean, incredible performance by Dak Prescott. I'm making this the pinned comment on today's video, so if you get the ad break here on YouTube, you better all scroll down and type in your A. All right, DeMarcus Lawrence now, who I saw a lot of questions on this, so I wanted to include him. Didn't make a major impact. I'm giving him a D in this one. The pass rush in general, where are they? The pass coverage in general, they're not very good. Now, Tank did have 5 tackles, but he wasn't much of a factor in the second half of that game because Tank was dealing with some type of injury. Oh, look, more problems there for the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't think he was benched. He did go into the medical tent, but he was not 100% late in that game. That is a big-time red flag there. So I'm not pleased with Tank. I'm not panicking yet, but I will, of course, be honest and real with you guys and say you need more out of Tank and that pass defense because they almost cost you against the Falcons. And frankly, they probably should have cost you against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, we will continue to have daily Cowboys videos for you guys. A huge win. Quick note here as I give you guys a chance to go subscribe. The difference between going 1-1 versus 0-2 to start the year, odds of making the playoffs, about 50%. I think it's 49 exact, to be exact, for 1-1 starts. 0-2, it's like 11. Huge difference there. So if you want daily Cowboys videos, hey, now's your chance. Hit that big red button and subscribe. Now, I will make note, I always reserve the right to go back and change my grades once the NFL eventually puts up the All-22. But I thought Joe Thomas had himself a fantastic showing against the Falcons. No Leighton Vander Esch. I thought Thomas played really well. I'm going to give him a B+ on this one. I saw Jalen Smith get worked in man-to-man coverage. He just cannot do it for whatever reason this year. But Joe Thomas, 12 tackles and a tackle for loss. I want to go back and say how he fared. He got pressure on one play. He did hit Matt Ryan cleanly. I thought Joe Thomas played very well. I want LVE out there, don't get me wrong. But I feel a little bit better about the linebacking unit with the way Joe Thomas played. Now I need Jalen Smith to not be a massive liability in coverage. The defense in total. We'll talk more about this as the weeks go on, or as the days go on for next week. What is your confidence level right now in that Cowboys defense? I will be honest, I don't feel great about them. This is not a good defense, folks. It's not. You got a bunch of unproven players. The scheme hasn't fixed everything here. I'm going to give it like maybe a 4. Like, I don't have much confidence in this defense. They're going to have to be a lot better in order to win games and not, give everyone cardiac issues when they have to come back down 20 in the first quarter. Let's go down to Dalton Schultz. I want to wrap things up with a mention of him here. The fumbles are a problem. And Schultz was actually briefly benched in this game. And then the Cowboys gave him another chance. And he actually played pretty well. Don't get me wrong, the fumbles drop him down to a B. But I thought Schultz played very, very well overall. Like, he had Zeke fumble twice, Schultz fumbled twice, Dak fumbled once, trying to shovel it to Schultz. Wasn't great. But after the fumbles went away for Schultz, I thought he was fine as a blocker. And he actually made some plays for you. Like, he did. 9 catches, 88 yards, 9.8 average there. I thought Schultz had himself a very surprising day. Plus, of course, the lone touchdown catch by the Dallas Cowboys. It wasn't the way we wanted it to go, but I feel better about Dalton Schultz if he can just stop dropping 2 passes a game or fumbling 2 passes a game. So I was pretty pleased in the end by Dalton Schultz. I thought he stepped up. In the end, it was not pretty. It's kind of ugly, but the Cowboys got it done in thrilling fashion against the Atlanta Falcons, 40-39. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.